Alright, back to Disco Elysium. Hope you're doing well today. We have some new suspects. Close this. Okay. Alright. We've got some new suspects. Or, well, one new suspect, Ruby. And we are going to... yeah, I think head across the waterway. There's stuff in the village. We could also try to take a look at Class's fake documents on the way. Or maybe some of the possible sniper locations. There's 3 locations that we want to check on. Okay. Ooh. Have we ever done this?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case-related, you think.
Not case-related. What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say.
Hard to say, but we can reconstruct the movement with visual calculus.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber.
Start, crash, reverse, turn. Okay.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. The hole in this fence doesn't look that huge.
Damn bartender. Hole's not that impressive. Okay, what up next? Hole's not that impressive.
He was exaggerating. People blame cops for everything that goes wrong in the world. This has nothing to do with you.
Okay. Jack says, greetings, human. Fellow human? Good to see Glavy and good to see Poison Ivy says it's disco time. Apparently it's crash time.
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
Car drove through the fence. Is this connected to the case? Well, our logic said no.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Disconnected the case. We said
I'm
no.
not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on
Let's
the
crash some
roundabout,
kind of dance.
I would keep them separate.
We can do the worm, we can do the safety dance, we can do the crash.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
Huh. So there's a follow-up to this, apparently. Down by the canal? How do you rise up from the sewers? Can't seem to do anything here. No good? No good? I mean, we saw they turned and went this way, right? So, unless they came over here first, I have failed to locate where we're going. Oh well. Let's talk to the strike leader again, who we know is a mercenary. Let's talk to them and see if anything new has come up and we've learned new things.
Right to work!
Are you a mercenary?
Don't talk to him any longer. Just leave, please.
Fucking Bob.
I'm going to...
How about you?
Okay.
There could be weapons aiming at us. The man's
Okay.
breathing.
We'd already asked that question. I was seeing if there was anything new, but it seems like no. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly where we're supposed to go south to follow that car path. But we could go, have we? No, we haven't really. I'm like, have we leveled up our electrochemistry at all? Because I think there was a question we haven't been able to ask the pawnbroker. But now...
A couple of indicator lights are missing.
There we go. Now we can close the water
The
lock.
water lock starts moving.
Which we couldn't do until day 3.
Alright, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drunks. And if you wanted to forge that document for Evrard, now you can.
Well, I don't want to forge it until we can see the legitimacy. Got some cash. Radio relay. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Magnesium. No entry. Someone scribbled a red star. We got some empathy biker sunglasses. Oh, they lower our logic. Right now we go logic up, authority down. These go logic down, empathy up. So logic goes to 5, but empathy goes all the way up to 7. We also have our ones that put visual calculus up to 7. What are those put down? Drama. What's our drama to 5? Okay. Nice, I missed some stream. All you really missed was, we lowered the waterway. So we're getting over into the west section now that we couldn't access on day 1 or 2. But we just got over here. Decades-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Breaker box, the radio pylon. Maybe there's something inside. Oh, there's 90 cents inside for some reason. On Admiral says... Oh, Admiral talks about trying to get some Battle Pass XP. I don't think there's a good time for it today. Necessarily. Yeah, there's probably not. Now we've already hit level 100. Banged up fuel canister. Oh, this is our car, yeah? Oh, this is our car? Oh, did we? did we crash through the fence and then we drove down here? This is the end of the path?
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
I want Kim's comment on us crashing our car into the ice.
Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
There we go. This is where the tracks and plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
We don't have time for traffic hooliganism now.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Just to make it, let's make this easy. Can I see a logo? How long's it been here? What's the make?
The logo is too deep
Nope,
in
too
murky
deep.
water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Run your
motor
hand over the
carriage is
cold
probably
metal.
Stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
How long has it been
The
here?
ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
I wonder, do these lines of dialogue change? Well, maybe the game ends. I'm like, you know, what if you're on like day 10, which would be, you know, 2 Saturdays or Sundays ago? Is there a special line of dialogue for that? Or is the game end on like day 5? I don't know.
The estimate is
Don't tell
correct.
me if it ends on day
This
5 or something.
probably occurred on Sunday evening.
What should we
Let's
do?
wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket. A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
How long will it take for the low tide to come
I
in?
don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. I guess we're gonna have less time to explore the west here, though.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
We get to sit on the swings with Kim.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Whistle a tune. Hold on, it looks very blue.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
Okay. Whistle a tune with high drama. 90. Well, I want to see, you know, the what happens if you fail to whistle. Does Kim make fun of you? Oh, I can't whistle either. Don't worry about it. And yes, Glib was trying to snag PS5. Did you succeed or fail? I haven't succeeded, but I haven't tried very hard. They're supposedly saying the PS5 shortage will last until next year now. Rex says, hello. Discord firm up, all you good. We're whistling with Kim. I'm all good.
The tune on your lips forms a strange,
pretty low roll.
undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness.
Believe he may have had some luck, but won't believe it until it actually gets there. Undeniably beautiful
The
contrast.
lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
I like moments like this in games. Take a moment to slow down, whistle with Kim.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
So is your dad also, you know, point to your eyes? What? No. Tide sure is taking its sweet time. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? Sure.
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to, well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals.
Conceptualization.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the
30 minutes
distant
doesn't have blue thing.
30 minutes pass.
If you had to decide with either the Strikers or the shipping company, which would you choose? Well, that's a big question. Do you think I'll ever find my gun? Man, it's taking a long time. This is the more interesting question, probably.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
If someone puts a gun to your head, I'm going to be panicking about the gun and not think of the political question. Guess that's just what you're saying, you'd side with the company. I understand what you're saying, you're siding with the union. I'll still try to press him.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and
still
out
no
of
answer.
place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Make out the make of the vehicle now.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 40. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
He says everything except police. Is that a number on the
Yes,
side?
41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish this one. Must be Tommy 41, the morning host to FM 41. Factory Spake, and accidentally called this one Corprice 41, to be factory. Right. This is it. You're getting a horrible headache, though. This might damage our morale or health, but I hate guessing. District selling a precinct, selling municipal.
A precinct, yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41, your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
Trivial Inland Empire. What if you actually had less than 6 Inland Empire score?
God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No. It's mine. I drove my car into the sea.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just a coincidence. I drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so,
Damage
yes.
morale.
It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Jumped over the canal? Sweet. It was in pursuit of someone. How do we get out? I can still fix it. Not gonna take me back after this, are they? The badge, the gun, now this. Things are going so well. We were just whistling merrily. The badge, the gun, now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
It was in pursuit of someone.
I don't think so.
Nah, you were probably
If
drunk.
anything, you were probably drunk.
How'd we get out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
It's just gonna be there like
I'm
that?
afraid it will have to be there like that for many years.
Many years.
Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper.
Oh, 40,000?
40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I have 46. People are gonna be angry at me at the precinct. This is a disaster. I don't have that kind of money.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
I can't take it back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines.
Hmm.
Training a police officer is even more costly.
He's trying to cheer you up. I appreciate
People,
that.
Yes, but not you.
We were just whistling merrily.
Still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Oh, Kim's trying to cheer us up.
At least we have a pretty good suspect. If we found your motor carriage in the sea, maybe we'll find her too.
Ah, if we didn't have the suspect, this line would probably change. What would we would have to change? At least I can see what's in there now. Plus, we finished 2 thought processes.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Oh, I can't save with the thought complete.
The Jamrock.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle.
Unused needle.
That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows? Maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
The Cocaine Skull. We heard about the king who was always high on cocaine. Seems to be true. He's gonna jump the archvillain.
Anti-object.
Anyway, so that lets us find better loot and containers. And here's Anti-Object Task
Behold,
Force.
the Anti-Object Task Force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the Darkened One. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe. From the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality.
Kimball is the archvillain.
You should trash your room again.
Should trash a room again. Attacking physical objects heals damage, +1 pain threshold, and this is the most important. All physique learning caps raised by 1. I did, by the way, end up cheating. I looked up the thoughts, the stat bonus system from the thoughts, because I don't like that. I don't like wasting points on forgetting skills that aren't useful to us. Maybe it can be, it's arguably part of the game, but I just don't like it, so I cheated. And so, do we have any that I want? I think I wanted this one. This one raises all of our yellow learning caps by 1. Oh, and this one's really neat. Let's go for this right now. How come we're a skeleton? I guess because I actually had never noticed this visual effect, I don't think. But, it's our inner thoughts, so it's doing this kind of, X-ray. But yeah, this one. The Bow Collector. This one will end up giving... Well, I guess I won't tell you what it gives us, but it gives us a +3. A +3 to a skill. So let's go ahead and start learning this one, I think. Alright. Rex is cheat. Well, I looked at the end results. I looked at, what bonuses do we get from the thoughts at the end. And so, that could be considered a cheat, for sure. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accent. Oh, we could see where we stumbled to type thing. We see Joel trying to test automod, I guess. Which it caught 2 different phrases in there. We got our... Oh, we got our badge! And we got a new jacket, which gives visual calculus and camaraderie. We got our badge. Which we have to inspect, I suppose. Our current jacket gives camaraderie and shivers. This gives visual calculus. Okay. I actually like the long coat better, but... visual calculus... kind of the more useful skill to us, I think. In most situations. Alright. Oh, and here's a younger version of us. Thick blue piece of acrylic with a thin leaf of paper with officer's name and rank. Next to the right, you see a man stare back at you. Younger version of you. You already disintegrating inside, but still presentable outside.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You.
That's what I think would be cheating. I'm a jack. We police now. I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Study the badge.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Harrier? Harry is short for Harrier? Did we know that? I don't think so. Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Distinctly lacking massive sideburns. Why is he winking?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
I watched the first episode of Firefly. The both parts of Serenity, or just the first part? Because it's 2 episodes in 1, yeah. Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Wait, what kind of name is Harry?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
But I don't want to be Harry Dubois. Harry Dubois it is then. Accept it, don't accept it. I get Accept our name.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with
Why
you.
for moments to both of them
and
last
detective
Ah, okay,
when
okay.
He's not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of things in the first episode. Like, of course there is. This is a fertile land and we will thrive. We will rule over all this land and we will call it this land. There's other good stuff in those episodes. I really like when Mal is telling Simon, the doctor, that Kaylee's dead. It does the slow motion run, and he like jumps over a railing to get downstairs faster. And then Kaylee just waves, and they're all laughing. I'm a bad man. It's not gonna call you here. He'll keep calling you officer. Right.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Got everyone laughing at the episode. Rank, Lieutenant?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
So you have to find out the secret of the expression save. It thwarted me. Well, I found out the origin of the expression. I haven't gotten rid of the expression, but I found out the origin. The origin of the expression was it was this disco singer. It was like the starter of the disco movement. In fact, we have a thought about it. It was Guillaume de Million, who had sparkling teeth and beguiled the tired remains of the nation. I haven't gotten rid of it. W.
The
Freighter.
title of Yefreighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank.
Oh.
In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus your W. Freighter.
Wait, that's awesome. Is this a real world concept anywhere? This comes up because it's part of, my base of knowledge. This comes up a lot in Star Trek. Captain Kirk declines to be an admiral several times and then finally takes it. And then it's a horrible decision. And then in a time travel thing, Captain Kirk tells Picard, never become an admiral. Just keep declining. Don't let them promote you. Don't let them promote you. Stay a captain. But here, if you decline a promotion, you get this Yefreighter. Hey, you could have been a captain, and let everybody else know that. Declined.
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
And this is what comes up on Star Trek a billion times.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Let's do comptage. The ranks, I guess. Thought my rank was drunk.
Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens
Some of
Militia.
this exists on Earth. That's a cool concept. It is a cool concept. If they come up with this, it's really neat.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
Lyra says a fire for them to be confused by the war scene at the start. We're supposed to know what it was all about, or just general background. Looks like they're about to die, and then it jumps to a few years later with no real explanation. The only and you'll get more information about it later on a little bit, but the very, very core thing to know is, and I think it said it, you may have missed it or not, but that was the Battle of Serenity Valley. That was the Battle of Serenity Valley, and they named the ship Serenity. So that's the core thing to know, and they'll talk about that later. But the main thing to know is that Mal was a captain or a general in the war, and they lost the war. That's the main thing to know. Did pick up on that. Okay, yeah, so it's Battle of Serenity Valley, and they lost the war. That's pretty much the whole thing. That's pretty much the whole thing, but no real why. Yeah, they'll talk about that a bit later. And yes, Fab says, good afternoon, Detective Save. Good to see you, Phantom. We found our car.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
What kinks? Don't kink shame.
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
Which were W freighters.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
What's a sat? I've been putting up all your BS. You've been putting up with all my BS because I'm your superior. Wait, satellite officers? Been up with because we're of the same rank. Oh, this would be an authority fail. If we failed the authority, we would say this. And he'd be like, no.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
So you've been putting up with all my BS because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Thanks, Kim. I wonder if this line can change if you're doing a terrible job.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
I wonder if this can change if you've been doing terribly. That my rank was drunk. I don't think I want to say this. Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing.
We got our serial number.
That's just the serial number.
Right.
Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Good
The
measure.
numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose. One that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
Huh. Even with my Encyclopedia 7, we can't learn about the serial number. Date of issue, 7th November. 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
4 months ago, when we were already super drunk and stuff, they still wanted to promote us to captain?
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well. But better? Probably yes.
Things have gone very downhill in 4 months, I guess, yeah? Precinct 41?
Yes, it's
Well,
the
sure.
designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
Full of catacombs.
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district.
Legendary.
And a hell of a station, too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Medvedev.
The legendary district. So Jamrock is LA, I guess. Los Angeles.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain.
There's some encyclopedia.
And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him. Ask yourself.
Ask yourself, says authority.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Put the badge away. All right. Well, we got our badge. We don't have our gun, but we have our badge. I guess we could call our station now and say, hey, I found our badge. But I don't think we want to walk all the way back across the waterway right now. Seems the walker was either very confused or very drunk. Underside of the boat's been turned. Fisherman shacks. Oh, quick travel unlocked. How do we use quick travel? You are here. There we go, travel here. So it's very, very generalistic, the fast travel. We can go from one side of the canal to the other side of the canal. It's not really hard target fast travel, but at least we can do this. Which means actually I could fast travel and report to the station, maybe, but we need to see how much time the fast travel used, the in-game time. What are these doing in the fish? Ooh, we got some perception boots. What boots are we wearing right now? Oh, we're wearing our authority boots that put our composure down. Our composure's 1 anyway. There's somebody to talk to there. There's probably a lot of new people to talk to over here, I would guess. Thought you guys forgot this place even exists. Found 70 cents. And we found a boat with somebody. Let's see how long the fast travel takes. Oh. But I can only fast travel when I'm standing here. Ah, so I have to be under this. So where's the fast travel point to the east? And how long does the fast travel take? Fast travel takes no time! Oh, that's cheating. That's big cheats, but now we can call the station.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
This is useful, wish they had this in your playthrough. I saw some people saying that they spent a lot of time walking across the canal, and this fixes that. It doesn't even use time. Big cheats. Pick up the radio.
57, how may I assist you?
Found more about the Omar boots. I think we still have to wait for day 4 for this.
Not yet, but I was able to convince the database people to share private sector information. They promised to get back to me by tomorrow morning. Do you have any other questions?
Take me to
Just a
station.
moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
I found my badge.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Only 5 XP. I was hoping there'd be a little more there. Alright, let's just go back to the fisherman shacks. And still no time used. Great. 50 cents. Lock tight. You can't see into the house from this angle. There's another person. We see 3 people to talk to. A wedding stone covered in rust. White curtain's been drawn shut. No looking in. Let's just try to kind of get a feel for the area before we talk to anybody. Dust-covered lens. Hey, we got some pants. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. But I don't... Did I ever actually internalize that? I didn't. I still don't know. I still don't know how these items that enhance specific thought, +1 to indirect modes of taxation. I still don't know how these pieces of clothing work. We only have 2 of them. But I don't know how they work. We could put on these perception boots, because it might enhance our ability to see something while walking around, but I want to remember to swap back to authority before talking to anybody. Boat tucked away underneath the cover. That goes back to the car. Can we go further south here? And this mostly takes us back to the waterway, but... Okay, we can't get down there. Alright. Yeah, it's a little annoying you can't fast travel from anywhere, because right now we could save a little bit of time by just transporting back to the baseline shacks. Swing is missing, no one's been here for some time. 50 cents, well, 50 real. Glory to the ghosts of us. $1.20. We have enough to buy the sneakers now. We get $50. Someone's left their music collection beneath this. Tape. Oh! It's the song.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Let's play on the
You
tape.
press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker. Keep it at a harmless distance and
Then
wait.
the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yards.
It's mega sad.
You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Clasia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
I sing this for karaoke. I think I could sing this. I'm already old and crying. I look dumb and old. No, I can't. It's too sad. I might cry and trash the room again. I sing this for karaoke. I think I could sing
Of
this.
course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses.
All 3.
The B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Nothing can stop me. Nothing. What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Alright, well, we got karaoke side quest. Progress. Oh, there was something perceptible there. Birds in a birch tree. Barely audible coos come from above.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing.
Ooh.
The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere. Yet someone used to live here, laugh here. Thought it was a good idea to build a swing, even.
What happened here?
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure. For cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
This part of the coast is Bloc Obscure. What's Bloc Obscure?
A black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
So this part of the coast is Bloc Obscure.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
At least leave some old music behind. Tap on the tape you picked up. You're right. It's no place. Let's go.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
Gives you a weary smile.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think our suspect is in this particular yard. No place to hide. And besides, it's too close to Martinez.
Alright. Alright. Let's head back towards the shacks. Oh. Creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. We can go into this small place. Time to sweep. Sweep the new area. Police work is tough. Take breaks. Play card games. See a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. A bow knot +2 drama. That is fantastic. Why is that fantastic? Because we don't actually have anything on our next slot. So that's a free 2 drama right now. We look a little ridiculous, of course. But that's free drama. It's free real estate. Pushes our drama all the way to 8. Big detect lies. And let us lie. And a postcard we can sell. Cold breeze, enough to make the wall planks creak. Talk to strangers while you stream. A stranger's just a friend you haven't met. Alright, well we got +2 drama for free. I'm very pleased with that. We want to get back up, yeah? Don't? Or did I just come down? No, I think I just came down. Oh, I can walk through here. Here's where I can go. Sound of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Oh, who are you? Cinder blocks. Makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Is that literal? Well, can I sit on that bench if I've solved the murder? Bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. There's something I can pry over there. There's some kids. 65 cents. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Alright, some magnesium and some money. That door was locked. Street sign is illegible below the graffiti. Hard to see details. The color is all warm and welcoming. Flower, nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. There's a door we can get into. We got like 5 or 6 people over there to talk to, but let's still see if we can get the full kind of lay of the land. I forgot. I can equip the yellow bag thing to pick up bottles. I've totally forgotten this until now. Rear tire, an unsuccessful model. Buck 15. There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer? Although there's no sewer lines, didn't Kim just say? Quick travel unlocked. Church. Oh, more quick travel. Someone tried to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the handset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Didn't the narrator say inoperable? Put in 10 cents, dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
Face sounds like 100 years old. Yes, it's me, Pierre. I might be. What's Pierre like? No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who's Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad.
You can do crank calls?
But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
Yes, I'm a salesman. What exactly would you do to your country? I don't know who I am. No, I'm a police officer. I'm not a salesman. I'm just calling around a number. You somehow ran with it. I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Is this a different random number? 00551-17912. That's a different random number.
Calling. Did someone?
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
What? Get your wife for me, will you? Is Alec there? Oh, I need to speak with Alectricity. Technically speaking, your electricity. Change your name. Wrong number. So we can do the Bart Simpson gag or the drama. Oh, the Bart Simpson gag. Electricity?
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone disconnect tone. Calling.
How many of these do they do?
Calling. Still calling. Still.
Stop calling me, man.
Voice at the other is hysterical.
I'll give you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the whirling in rags and mayonnaise. Maybe I can help you, I'm a police officer.
Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect.
Lieutenant's ready to move on now. Oh wait, this is the same number.
Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
I think this is the same number. Is there anything I can do to help you? I'm with the police. What are you tired of?
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man, you do not hear the customary disconnect tone. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
72% chance. Dial random number with your eyes closed.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up. And repeat the motion. Twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Wait, what'd I do?
You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola.
Sam Star, good to see you.
Some
And yes,
far-off nation state.
Lion says random phone calls are aboard, Kim. Shut up.
005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad.
Grad.
Grad Isola, where the telephone was invented. The next two digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova. 414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Keep dialing.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
There's more?
Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this
Are we
island
calling hell?
and its telecommunication networks.
Finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this.
Rogue says, nice man, joke the Riddler eyes, but terrorize all these phone calls. Quite possibly. I was thinking the same thing. Just saved your extra episode with the Irish family and the clones. One ACS history. I do vaguely remember that episode. I also remember there's a clip on one of the Star Trek blooper reels. The main Irish guy and Gene Roddenberry sing a like an Irish drinking song with Michael Dorn in costume as Worf. You can find it on like the season 1 or season 2 blooper reel, and so it's just interesting because it's behind the scenes footage of Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek. So I remember that more than the episode itself, honestly.
An ultra long distance call.
An ultra long distance call.
With a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away.
Far
a distant
away.
network of phones.
Distant network.
Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring. Calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
Volition impossible. Hang it up. Kim, let it call more. What?
The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.
Impossible. Hang it up. Let it call more.
Calling, 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 calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Skill.
Hello?
She sounds sleepy. In the distant network of phones. Hello? I want to die! Who is this? I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead. Your voice is so beautiful. Goodbye. Just say a simple hello. Warm from sleep.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora.
Dora.
Who is this? The connection is bad.
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle.
Don't react. Is someone there?
No answer. You're not sure, but you think you hear a man's voice in the background.
Your
It's
voice is
covered in
beautiful,
pain
I guess.
and
Kinda
noise.
creepy.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
Goodbye. I want to die. I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind, abolish class. I'll raise the dead. Proceed.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
Is this our ex-wife?
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Hey, Harry, who's Harry? Are you sleeping with him? I'm also Harry. I'm not drunk. Okay, I'm drunk. What does it matter? I'm still me. I'm not drunk. I'm high. I'm not drunk or high. I'm just hurt. Why is it hurt to talk to you? Sure.
Oh, God.
Hey, oh, are you there? Say nothing. Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
Do you want to party? Why don't you talk about me? Who am I? You sound like you know me. You're Morova, right? Yeah. Where are you going in 2 hours? I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man. Is there someone there with you? You're Morova, right?
Yes, I'm in Morova. Sleeping.
I can say who am I.
What do you want to talk about?
Ooh, damaged health.
That we haven't talked about already.
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Legendary endurance fail. Have 8, you need 14 to not take that damage. Where are you going 2 hours?
Work.
Where?
The academy.
The
Where I
academy?
work.
The academy, that sounds better than my job, I'm happy. My job's sad and terrible, it has dead bodies in it. Academy, my job's real. Sounds better than my job, I'm happy.
No response.
Still
only
damaged
a
morale.
sigh. The connection crackles.
Well, I'm a
like
detective.
burning paper. She does not answer anymore.
I'm gonna solve it. Yeah, myself. I need to solve it. Don't tell me about Gonna solve it.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Alright, so you're able to call your ex-wife, but it doesn't help you. It only hurts you. It only hurts you. Wait, dial the long phone number again? This is gonna get us killed.
You dial the in, calling. It looks like she does not want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her. Come on, you know why.
Still let it ring. I might undo this.
Calling.
Harry, please.
I answer my mystery. I need to know, who are you? Harry, please. I'm gonna end this call, damn it. Someone there before I heard someone. Who's there with you? I need answer to my mystery. Critical morale.
Phone disconnect.
Dial one more time. I'm gonna undo this, I think.
Calling. For who knows how long. But no.
You want my money? Punch the phone. Oh, with shield health because we have the object task force.
The cold metal is.
That's enough now, officer.
Punch the phone again. I'm gonna undo this, but it's an interesting experience.
It didn't give.
Officer, that's enough.
It's over.
Blood drips from your knuckles to the sand. Drip, drip, drip. Maybe I'll let that happen. Calls can be terrible sometimes. Maybe I'll let that happen. Maybe I'll let Harry go crazy once over trying to investigate his past. So here's the church.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez?
The historic
From Hadestown.
subtext.
You must be Kim Kitaragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Was that at the windows?
So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
They still had vector monitors. You and Kim know each
I
other?
can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today.
Worm-themed coloring book.
To run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
Why?
Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad.
Cybernetician?
in the Occidental countries.
Look for someone suspicious around. What's the fast metal building? You look like someone has money. Do you have money?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
So fast an empty old building.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Do I have Feld pants on, or is it Feld or it starts with an F, right? Look at the building.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed.
Now, people know things are in huge letters in the world. Feld Electrical, yeah.
A nest on a broken
I don't think I've heard of Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics.
Shoot, what's the brand on our pants?
2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the
Fawn's the clothing company, okay.
Of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
This is Encyclopedia Man. What was that ace? Ace up the sleeve?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
So they were trying to make the first Macintosh?
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN, and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
I predict that in the future, computers will be 10 times larger, 100 times more expensive. Only the 3 richest kings in Europe will own them. Oh, and they'll be twice as fast, though.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Now we actually get an image of the Oliver Twist boy.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
Okay, so the revolution got rid of Feld.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Okay, Wild Pines built across the canal. Feld built this side. St. Feld Electrical built this boardwalk. Look on your feet. What happened to the company? The engineer, the company people. What do the revolutionaries want to do with those advanced computers? We could probably ask all of these,
They
but...
used them for military communications.
Military communications.
Also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was
What's
that?
the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
He wanted to get his son to memorize the Declaration of a Free Revachol?
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How tape computers work? No one knows.
What a computer made
They were
entirely
alien
would
looking.
look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
Buckle up, says
10
Encyclopedia.
years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vrede.
Wompty Dumpty?
It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team.
Wait, did he just say Wompty Dumpty Dum Center?
Wompty Dumpty, says reaction speed.
He said Wompty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Yost?
Wait, Wompty Dumpty? What are you talking about?
Humpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Thought gained. Wompty Dumpty Dom Center.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
They made a scanner.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool. I've seen cooler things than that. The RCM should get some of those. Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary
So yeah, this is Mr. Trivia. This
But so they did.
is your encyclopedia going to start getting mad that he's out encyclopediaing your encyclopedia? Vanished in the fires. What was the playback experiment?
The official name of the prototype. Some
Oh,
sources
okay.
report it as the Felt Playback Experience, but those are incorrect.
It was not the experience, it was the experiment. So, is this all useless trivia, or this is gonna be useful later? I'm guessing it's useless. Why'd the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows?
We got
Maybe
XP.
it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now.
Maybe we're going to
All
find the
3
computer.
versions of the prototype.
Maybe we're gonna find the
Nothing
prototype.
but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
Weapon of the company
Oh, I'm afraid
engineers.
it didn't end well for the
Didn't
boys.
end well. I'm gonna
But
start
this
going a little
story
bit
is
forward because it's very long dialogue
This
here.
Mikhail
A little bit dark.
Now, if you would...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists.
Turn,
Bourgeois.
turn to the kid. They all got shot in the head. They were bourgeois. Do you know what that is? Tape computers, right? I'm gonna say this. He's gotta get mad at me.
Officer, I told you this chapter of history
Let's
wasn't
keep it
on
kid-friendly.
Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid-friendly.
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
Do you know? Do you know what a firing squad is, kid? Why you and your partner look like zombies? I look like a zombie because I am coming off like 20 years of alcoholism. Kim's not supposed to look like a zombie.
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers.
Star engineers.
This part of Martinez was nothing
Had to
but
be
ruins
attractive.
before Feld arrived.
More
They had
cybernetics.
to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global
Good to see you
center
back too,
for
by the way. Hope you're
innovation
doing
in
well.
cybernetics. But history had other plans. But of course, what else?
Why are you about to fail me again? Do you have any money?
You have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Can I have some of that important money?
Oh, no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms.
He looks
I'm just
uncomfortable.
spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
That's smart.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
He work
I
out?
do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Lomantang stick fighting.
Lomantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts.
The book
Originally,
this guy for full week of voice crack. Right, we've got like 7 people to talk to out here. I picked this guy because he looked unassuming and he's got like an hour of dialogue. He's we're not far past starts until we go today. Yeah, it's taking me like 30 minutes just to talk to this guy. Martial arts was this island, right? Not really just practice.
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting.
See, this is the Encyclopedia War.
Oral tradition of the Harley people. A name deriving from the butterfruit tree traditionally used for crafting the long, slender sticks.
Playing the force
whereas
sport, get out,
sticks
prepare.
used in
Sounds
other
good.
cultures-
Slender
he
sticks.
does off as
You doze
a
off.
comprehensive picture of the history of stick fighting among mankind, seasoning it with unexpected pop culture references.
You know, like Darth Maul with his stick lightsaber.
Man, he's good at speaking. People must love him.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying?
I don't remember what I was
And
saying.
I guess everything got said, right?
Thanks for the information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Michaela here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
I forgot to put on my authority boots when talking to people. Whoops.
You see, a once
All I can do is turn away from the sign. Also... Does this give authority down in empire and empathy? Okay. Another power box. Charges nothing now, it's empty. Health. Wow, $4. $4 in there. Fence blocks the path. No way from here. Authority boats activate. Yep. I probably didn't need any authority in that particular conversation.
From a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Yes, hope you're also doing very well today, Yaddy. Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place.
Shadow of a
All you
collapsing
can see is
staircase.
there's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it.
Lieutenant
And
with
the small
Lieutenant who
layer
has worse vision than me, can you see what's inside?
No. I won't even try.
Right.
You know,
Takes his
I
glasses
had a
off.
partner once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Interesting.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't
to fall.
answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Don't even ask. Can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Right. He missed shooting the corpse line earlier, the belt.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Touch
The
it.
cloth, if you can still call it that, makes
Soft
a soft
crunching sound. Take a closer look.
streaked with dried seagull
Ugh.
shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Filthy jacket. Inspect the filthy jacket.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
How'd this jacket get so
It's a
disgusting?
sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak.
Hmm.
Are you sure you can stomach it?
I don't know if I have the endurance for that.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit That ensconces it.
Gross.
Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Flick your hands.
Now
Yeah.
you're just flicking that shit everywhere.
Okay. Well, that didn't work very well.
As you hold it in your... There is no one.
No. Well, maybe if you have a super high composure score or something. But we can't do anything with that jacket. Maybe you never can. Another postcard. +2 encyclopedia, -1 perception. Now our encyclopedia score is already really high. But we could push it up to 9. And our perception goes down to 2. I don't know how many encyclopedia checks there might be as high as 9. Not too much over here right now. Oh.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
It's awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like
I see the book therapy for next week. Sounds useful. Sounds useful, potentially. Hope it goes well.
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach.
People just like physical shoes. Where do they say some authority boots? The empathy pops.
It is death. It must be.
Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
I'm playing through 3 houses again, doing... Black Eagle is the one you've not done, right? When operated viewers out of order for years.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and
a tragedy.
A tragedy?
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Examine the cigarette
Whoever
package.
tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes.
Black market?
Known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or 2. No mold yet.
They're just refusing to do it. You kind of redo like Golden Eagle? Or not Golden Eagle. Wait, no, Golden Eagle, Black Eagle, Golden Deer. Well, okay, we didn't really get anything useful out of that, did we? But who are you, person on the walk? It smells like death.
Lies on the boardwalk.
Oh, it actually not just it smells like death, is death.
At an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the left leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
Hold on.
2 bulging eyes stare back.
Vividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Golden Deer, huh?
Another dead body. This is your job. Steal yourself.
Bonus death? Say the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflowers.
A library card.
And a rain-soaked library card, folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
After this is done, why not during this? Stay the man
The man
himself.
has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
There's only one similar layer there, Tool. Coagulated blood. Dangling
A
through the
bad
hole.
fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
Damn his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all.
These
There's
surroundings.
some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the man's
A
head.
dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back
Open
of his
wound.
head. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
Hard to say. No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Up on the
The
floorboards.
screech under the weight
Whoa!
of 500 ceramic sabatons. It's a good thing they're so light, because it's hard to determine whether it was the dead man's weight that caused the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Look at that. I wonder if it does it for every shoe, but it specifically mentions the the armor boots we're wearing. Ha! That's cute.
He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole.
And unexpected.
You would have never found him.
Down in the bottle.
0.75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
Looks the coin
I
up for you,
prefer if
viewer.
you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
And it mentions that I have the yellow bag up. Examine the chewing
Grabowski
gum.
spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look
The
in.
blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop.
Challenging camaraderie.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind.
Who is
as you
this
take a
man?
step
Well, I could look
back.
at the library card. I could back off and look at the library
Looks
card.
like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
Saying that old drunkard to me. Like, Elysium was alcoholic, a bit premature. We don't know anything yet.
You do know that he was married.
Points to a ring.
But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened
Death
here?
by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Could be related to the lynching, Ruby. No. That's a stupid question. Like he was drunk, going to the bar. What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the Pox.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous. Maybe.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk.
Well, there's holes over here too already.
Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Do you think he was drunk? We already talked about this, but sure.
Oh, yes.
Alcohol poisoning, liver failure.
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
I don't even want to say could this be related to the lynching in Ruby, because it's obviously not. Things fell over the whole time. I feel above you. Oh no. The plank here collapsed under his foot, and then he fell sideways and he cracked his head against the bench. That's it.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
Should we do
From
with
where
him?
I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, Or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What about field
A
autopsy?
field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma and leave it at that. Let's keep this detour as short as possible. The sooner we get back to finding Ruby, the better.
Is it kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
Still take the case.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from Mike and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
Alright, bonus death, although, unless they do a twist, seemingly a very routine case. It's pretty much Hearthstone time, but let's take a look at the library card.
The card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Billie Jean!
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from Mike and Emma. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Whoever
Inside.
owns this card is an
Avid reader.
You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre.
Sci-fi. Okay. Can we look at the body again after we've looked at the library card?
A man.
Nah. Alright, well, I could play this for hours, but we probably are gonna swap over to Hearthstone here. Good to see Zeddy. We're wrapping up disco for the day. So, wait, but can we not get into the church, or did I just miss the church entirely? This is where, right, this is where it put the church on our fast travel. Is it up here? Okay, here we go. I'm like, I don't see any church at all. Feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Dusty pews in the shadows. Alright, well, we're not gonna go into the church right now, because that'd be way too much. Maybe we can still call the station real quick, though. I'd still like to see if we can finish getting a lay of the land, so then we'll just have people to talk to next time. Barrel's been recently discarded, still full of fuel oil. We need fuel oil for art, although we may have got that from the item existing. Chain trails off to the ocean, to who knows where. Rusty gears used to turn the whole machine.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
It serves
Probably
what?
something that is no longer there.
It may have been used to serve as an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification, like a sea fort in the bay.
This structure been used to take the sniper shot.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Impossible interfacing check. 3%. It's a red check. Cannot be done again. Let's leave that alone for now. Although, I can't even I'll probably never be able to do that. I can't level my interfacing anymore. Yeah, Lynx is 20. Yeah. Here,
An old door, worn by element. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Door unopened. Oh, no, that was there before. I'm like, what? Door shut tight. How can we get in there?
We don't get in there.
What do you mean? We get into, like, everywhere. We even got into the light-bending guy's container, but you said we can't get in here?
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
So we are.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it.
They say you can play Resident Evil Village. Maybe. It sounds more up my alley than 7 did to me. I know 7's a great game, but I didn't like 7 as much as, say, 4 or 2. Maybe, though. Getting great reviews. Speaking of Hearthstone, maybe number 5-1 Major Run. We be run the game with today. We got a rogue. We have a rogue with 2 legendaries and a lot of other good cards. It might be too slow, though.
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
At least you can think about opening it, about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful would come from this.
One more door. Cannot be. Door on the coast. You remember the one? Leads to abandoned supply depot? Why is it not open? Why? There has to be a way to get through that unopenable door. You're the police. All doors are supposed to open before you. What will the precinct think if you can't open one door? Must be a way. And the Wompty Dompty Domsa. And I think I saw it. This is one we want. Yeah, this would be a nice one. Like I said, I looked at the results of the thoughts, just the stat bonuses. Oh, it only takes 42 minutes to think of, huh? Possibly open, you get lucky. Yeah, I wonder what happens when you do roll a double 6. A critical success. Ladder's too rusty to climb. +1 shivers, -2 physical instrument, scarf. Our physical instrument is 5. Our shivers is 2. Reset for hour, find out. Yeah, no. Not right now. Alright, have we covered the entire west section now? Can't go here. Can't go there.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Oh, he's got my rank now.
A person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
The W Freighter, right, so this line would also change if we didn't have our badge. Maybe the campfire was used by per chair. Maybe the climbed the comms tower, took the shot from there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Maybe the campfire was used by per chair.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Beatable Prime, was it?
So it was unusual. Maybe like to scare the opponent to lick it quick. What? Look up the wire to the whirling rags.
1.2 kilometers.
Right, 1.2 kilometers, like he says.
Through heavy, dark grey curtains of rain, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the 3rd floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass.
So you could say classe from here, it says, with a scope. But Kim wants to rule it out. And yeah, this is Land's End. And so our journal has also ruled it out. Alright, well... I'm actually... There we go. Like, I'm not sure where we get back up. Alright, I think we have now covered the entire extent. We did find a rhetoric shirt that puts our empathy down. I nearly missed that. I don't think we can fast travel from here. We need to get closer to the church. How close to the church do we have to get? Closer than this. So we've got the church and like 6 people to talk to next time. Let's still see if we can make this call really quick. There's always one more thing. There's always one more thing.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Nearport dead body on Marnie's
One
boardwalk.
moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
I'd have to my match. Looks like some filthy on the boardwalk. His head could smell
We
bench.
suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
Library
Any
card.
information on the library card?
Central Library. Belongs to Billie Jean.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
Take on the
I have
case.
assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Get me to the library.
That the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
It closed 35 minutes
Try
ago.
again during business hours.
Anything else, Detective? 57th? Oh,
In the cabin, you see
Let's try to keep one more thing in mind. We need... Yeah, after 2100 hours, we can go to the smoker on the balcony. Okay. We can also try to convince Garth to sing karaoke, but we're gonna swap over to Hearthstone. Alright, alright. Well, we explored some of the west area. Wait, this is investigatable again, now that I found my car? Oh, there's always one more thing. There's always one more thing.
the tracks are as they have ever been, a bit more worn perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
This is where I start off with my motor carriage for sinking into the sea.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Alright. We got more clothes than ever, which can let us try to make specific clothing structures for specific conversations. Alright, Hearthstone time. Be back with more Disco Elysium in 2 days. Tomorrow we're gonna try to finish Halo Reach. Thanks for being here for the disco. We will,